Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. So, am I audible? Just give me a yes if I'm audible. Wait for everyone to join in. How many did you solve today? Three. Raja says three. Perfect.
How many did you solve?
20 watching. Oh, that's the colleges khul gaye. So we are having a very small number. Dinner time in college isn't. How many of you are in hostel? How many of you are in hostel? 1 and 3, two, all two. Okay. I mean, if you're in hostel or home, where you guys now? Like colleges तो खुल गए. कहाँ पे हो आप लोग सब? Okay, it looks like hostel. Okay, me. Okay, looks like some people are in hostel, some people are not. Perfect. I understand. Due to openings of the hostel, we will have less watching. Apparently, भैया कश्मीर फाइल्स देख लिया bro. Instagram देख लो मेरा. Okay, office. Okay, it's difficult. Yeah, hostel. Okay, Kashmir files. Yeah, please go and watch Kashmir Files if you are planning to watch a movie. It's a good one. It's a good one. Going hostel for the first time on 15. Perfect. मैं हॉस्टल नॉट फ्रॉम IIT NIT और ट्रिपल IIT यार ठीक है ना क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है हॉस्टल तो हॉस्टल होता है ब्रो हॉस्टल दीवारों से या फिर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर से नहीं बनती है हॉस्टल दोस्तों से बनती है तो जाओ हॉस्टल हॉस्टल इज इक्वल टू फ्रेंड्स आई ठीक है कितना भी गंदा हो बट जो मेमोरीज आप हॉस्टल में बनाते हो वो ज़िंदगी भर रहती है तो जाओ एंजॉय करो so we have 115 watching now. I'll get started with the contest. Okay, so here's the first problem. Very simple, the first question is very simple. So I'll just give you some time to read the question and then I'll ask you to say me as usual UQ. Okay, UQ, and then we will start solving this. UQ बता देना. Recursion के लिए recursion series देख लो. Okay. Keep practicing. That's the only way you can get better. Here's the first question. Please check out the question and let me know UQ if you understood the question. Give me UQ. फटाफट करते हैं आज क्योंकि अपन को टीवी के वीडियोस भी एडिट करके आज डालना है आज का डाले नहीं है फटाफट 1 घंटे में करते हैं फिर नेक्स्ट 1 घंटा एडिट करके डाल दूंगा फटाफट चलो ओके UQ. Okay, find all k distance indices in an array. So what does the question state? The question states you are given 0 indexed. Why you did not stream context to 83? I was out. I was not at home. You're given a 0 indexed integer array nums and 2 integers key and k. Okay, a k distinct index is an index I of nums for which there exists at least one index j such that the difference of them is lesser than equal to k and nums of j is equal to key. Return a list of all k distinct indices sorted in the increasing order. Like for an example, the key is given as 9, right? So if I show you as 9, this is 9 and this is 9. So apparently for these guys, the number of distinct indexes will be this one because this is index 1, this is index 2. So the difference 1 minus 2 is 1, which is lesser than equal to k, right? Lesser than equal to k. So, and this is also one other, and I think the other is this one. Then there is this, then there is this, and then this. All of these are a part of the distinct index rather. So it's a very simple question. It's a very simple question. Like because if you carefully see, it's given 1000, right? It's asking a very simple question. Find index I and j. So 1000 means you can run an n square loop. And this can be done in one pass, but I'll not focus on this because it's not an interview related problem. So you just need to check this case, and the other case is this is what you need to check. So without actually I'm very much sure most of you would have done this. So I'll just go across very quickly on this problem. You can probably keep something like vector int answer, and then you can be like for int I equal to 0, I lesser than n, I plus plus. Then you can be like for int j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. What's the condition given? The condition was given that absolute of I minus j should be lesser than equal to k. Just have it. And it is given that nums of j should be equal to k. If that's the case, can you please say store it? Okay, so I'll store that, and once you have stored it, try to return, yes, try to return the answer. That's it. Simple one, like nothing specific, very simple one. क्या हो गया ये? ओके ओके, कुछ तो हुआ है की ये चल कैसे गया? की अच्छा, की अलग है, के अलग है, चलो कोई नहीं, ये की है, ये के है, ठीक है. Okay, so here it runs. Can you tell me the complexity? Can you tell me the oh? Okay, they asked you to have. Okay, they don't want. अच्छा, डिस्टेंट चाहिए था. अच्छा, ये 2 बार ले लेगा. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. 2 बार ले लेगा तो कोई बात नहीं. अपन इसको क्या करते हैं, अगर ये 2 बार ले लिया तो आई का काम हो गया है, तो आई को वापस अपन नहीं ले सकते. ठीक है, अगर नहीं ले सकते तो ब्रेक कर जाएंगे. एक बार मिला तो आई ब्रेक कर जाओ, और नेक्स्ट बार के लिए आ जाओ. ठीक है, ठीक है. Duplicates, yeah, duplicates. Once you get I, just break off. I did not read about duplicates. So yeah, once you get I, you just break off. No need to take any set. Just because once you have taken I, there's no need to check for further J's, because if I is a part, that's it. You can just simply do it. So if it's a duplicate, just break out. No need to use any set data structure, nothing else. Just break out. No need to check for further I's, because once I is a part of your answer, it is perfect. The time complexity is n square. Yeah, the time complexity is n square, because you're running couple of loops, and over here the expected code was this, because n was given as 1000. So give me an US if I've understood this before I move to the next one. Give me US if I've understood this super quickly. US. The last question is an amazing Dijkstra's problem. I'll do the last question. Give me US. लीनियर वाला देखो, जो लीनियर वाला काफ़ी मतलब अभी बेसिकली क्या करना है तुमको. तुम आई को यहाँ रखोगे, ठीक है, जे को यहाँ रखोगे. मैं कोड नहीं करूँगा, मैं बस बता दे रहा हूँ. इट्स नॉट नीडेड. इफ दिस इज जे, try to move j to a pointer. Try to move j to a pointer where there is key. So you have moved j to a pointer where there is key. ठीक है, अब क्या करो, i को मूव करो. अब i मूव हो रहा है, j इधर ही रहेगा. जब i कुछ ऐसे केस में आ गया ना, जहाँ पे ये i और ये j का डिस्टेंस k से बड़ा हो गया, फिर ये j को मूव करो. सोचते नेक्स्ट की खोजा, फिर i को मूव करो. तो ऐसे करते रहो, बस j को मूव करा के की पे रखते रहो, अगर तुम वन पास पे करना है. इफ यू वांट टू डू इट इन अ वन पास, what you need to do is you just need to take 2 pointers. Yes, you just need to take 2 pointers. One is I, the other is j. At the first instance, take j and try to put it on a key. So put it on a key. Next, try to move I, and the moment I goes, like I is here, right, then I will come here at a moment. So I minus j, if you see I minus j is greater than this, so again start moving j to the next key. Just keep on moving j, and because j will be limited, like j can only be at this portion and at this portion. Apart from that, all other j's will be invalid again. But that's not exactly a one pass solution. If I carefully see, like exactly one pass to nahi hoga. It will still take like not n square, but it will take slightly lesser than that. But yeah, we are not interested because it's the first question and you hardly have 1000, so not interested in solving this. Anyways, US, the most of you have understood. Let's go to the next question. Again, this is a classical question on hashing. So again, giving you 5 minutes to read the question. The first 5 minutes to read the question, then it gets started. 5 मिनट ले लो क्वेश्चन पढ़ने के लिए, फिर शुरू करते हैं. 5 मिनट नहीं से 2 मिनट लो, 2 मिनट. 5 मिनट बहुत ज़्यादा है. 5 मिनट बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो हुआ है UQ, please give me UQ if you understood this question. Again, please, before attending these streams, attend the contest, then only attend these streams. Just don't randomly jump over the streams, because I'm assuming you have tried these questions and then you're coming over here to see different solutions. It's a classical question like hashing, simple hashing, simple hashing. Classical means hashing, simple hashing. अरे वॉरसॉ, रुक जाओ भाई, वॉर खत्म होने दो, लेट द वॉर एंड. No UQ. Okay, I'll explain you the question. So let me just quickly go to the question, explain you. So there are artifacts given. Okay, there are artifacts given. So basically, you'll given 4 points. You'll be given 4 points. Okay. So there'll be a point. So basically, it's an n cross n matrix. Remember this. It's an n cross n matrix that will be given to you, and there'll be 4 points given to you. Okay. So what does 4 points mean? 0 0 means a portion here, and another 0 0 means this portion. So basically, they are saying that take this. This is the first artifact. This is the first artifact. The next artifact is from 0 1 0 1 till 1 1 till 1 1. So cover it. So they are giving you the left topmost point and the right bottommost point. So the artifact will be something like this. Always. If they're giving you 1 point as this, the other point as this, so the artifact will be this portion. Okay, that's what they're giving you. So they have given you 2 artifacts. They have given you 2 artifacts. Okay. So assuming they have colored one with red, just to explain you, and the other one is blue. Okay. Now what does the question states? They're saying dig 0 0. Okay, let's dig 0 0. So digged. Let's dig 0 1. Let's dig 0 1. Now tell me which artifact, because I know red one is an artifact, blue is an artifact, this entire thing is an artifact. Which of these artifact is completely digged? I can say this red artifact has 1 cell and it is digged. So there is 1 artifact which is completely digged. The blue artifact is not completely digged. Why? Because it has 2 cells. It has 2 cells, but only one of them is digged. So 1 is still remaining. So how many cells are completely how many artifacts are completely digged? So I can say there is only 1 artifact, that is the red artifact, which is completely digged. Got it? Now let's go to the next example. Again, similar question, but this time the digging is this digged, this digged, this digged. So the blue one is completely digged. The red one is completely digged. So there are 2 artifacts that are completely digged. Thereby the answer comes out to be 2. Understood? Question clear now? Give me a UQ. They will give you artifacts. You have to tell us how many of those artifacts are completely digged. Okay. UQ, please, if you understood the question. Give me UQ if you understood the question. Come on, quickly UQ de do. I mean, if you got this question, give me UQ. क्या रिपीट करूँ? क्वेश्चन पढ़ो यार, क्वेश्चन पढ़ो. UQ everyone. Perfect. थोड़ा चैट पे एक्टिव रहो, नहीं तो फिर मजा नहीं आता है. Okay, everyone has understood the question. Okay, so how will you generally do the question? So the common way that you should do is, since they're saying you that n is 2, since they're saying you n is 2, so what I will do is I will create a 2D array of n cross n. I will create a 2D array of n cross n. Okay, and over there I'll say 0 0 is digged, so I'll mark it. 0 1 is digged, I'll mark it. 1 1 is digged, so I'll mark it. So this is my hash array that I'll create. This is the hash array that I will create. Okay, and I'll try to mark it by hashing. So marked. Next, I come across the first artifact, that is 0 0 to 0 0. and I travels from 0 0 to 0 0. So I'll make sure I travel from 0 0 to 0 0, and I'll check if all of the cells on I and on J are they visited, and I see this cell is the only cell, so it's visited. So I'll say +1 for you. Next is 0 1 to 1 1. So I'll travel from 0 1 to 1 1. Again, I'll get two cells and I'll say this is visited, this is visited. So all the cells in this artifact is also visited. Thereby, the total count that I'll get is 2. Got it? So since you know an artifact is from this corner to this corner, so if you run a loop from whatever is given like I1 to I2, that's the first artifact, and J1 to J2, you can easily cover the entire artifact. Again, simple matrix. You can cover this, then this, then this, then this. You can cover the entire stuff, right? Now, why does this run? Because they have clearly stated that no two artifacts will overlap. So overall, even if you cover all the artifacts, overall, the total cells in a matrix can be n square, not more than that. Since they've said no two artifacts will overlap, overall the total cells that you will run through will just be n square because there are non-overlapping artifacts. Got it? Got it? Has everyone understood what I'm trying to do? So first, go across and mark these guys. Then just traverse through the entire stuff and see which artifacts are completely marked. Make sense, everyone? Same I did, but TLE. No, it should not give you TLE. It will not give you TLE. Probably you would have done some implementation mistakes. So everyone understood the solution? So basically what you need to do is just make sure you create a vector, and hashing. Java people can create an array list. Hash of n vector int n comma 0. So make sure you create this hash array. Mark all of them as unvisited, right? So once you've marked all of them as unvisited, go through all the digs and mark them as visited. Go through all the digs and mark it as visited, right? So you can just go through all the digs. So it's very simple. You can just say auto of it on the digs, and you can say hash of it 0, which is the first one. And you can mark it as visited. So that's what you can easily do. Okay? Artifacts will not overflow. Pratik, please read here. No two artifacts will overlap. Okay? No artifacts will overlap. So it's absolutely okay. Now what I'll do is I'll have a counter equal to 0. Okay? So I can just now start moving across all these artifacts. Okay, so let's move across all these artifacts. So artifacts. Yeah, sub spelling hai. So I can say the first one can be it0, the next one can be it1, I can say the x2 can be it of 2, and the y2 can be it of 3. So just make sure that you go across, like probably you can keep a boolean flag equal to a true and go across all the points from x1. This is how you can traverse from the right, like all the cells from the right bottom to the left, left top to the right bottom. Just run this loop. Next loop should be from j equal to y1, j lesser than y2, j plus plus. And what you need to do is just check if any of the artifacts is undigged. Just check if any of the artifacts is undigged. If it is, then you say this artifact will not be a part of your answer and break out. And probably you can also give an hash over here so that it only keeps on running. So over here what I can say is, okay, if the flag, oh my bad, flag hoga, flag, if the flag is still true, you can say count plus, or you can say count plus equal to flag. That's it. At the end of the day, you can just return the counter. That should be fine. So I'll just try to run this. Okay, you got your expected answer. Let's quickly submit this. Yeah, it is accepted. So have you understood this? I mean, if you have got this, can you use a bigger matrix to explain this? Absolutely. So imagine I have a matrix like this. Okay, and I say one of the artifacts is यार मैट्रिक्स पढ़ाने का मन नहीं होता, बच्चा वाला है इसलिए क्या पढ़ा है मैट्रिक्स यार. Imagine I give you an artifact as 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I give you an artifact as 1, 2. That's one of the artifacts. So this is basically this, and 2, 3, 3, 4. And I give you another artifact as 3, 4. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is go across and check 3, 4 is this. So go across and check this artifact. So you can easily loop from 1 to 3. And you can easily do from 2 to 4. So first 1, 2, 1, 3. So you go across here, 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 check. Go here, check, 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 go here, check. Simple, simple यार. Variation अगर overlap होगा तो फिर सोचना पड़ेगा. Overlap होगा तो सोचना पड़ेगा. That's what you will check if all of them are marked over here. So this is where you mark. So you basically check if all of them are marked by doing these couple of loops. If you do these couple of loops, you stand at 1, you move to 2, move to 3, move to 4. Then you stand at 2, then you move to 2, move to 3, move to 4. That's what you can easily do it. Got it? Perfect. Can I get an US from everyone? Please थोड़ा सा मेहनत कर लो and ये लिख दो तो मुझे समझ में आ जाएगा, सबको समझ में आ रहा है. Unordered map, why will you use? Because if you use unordered map, there is a complexity stuff that comes in. Na? If you can do using a simple vector, because this is definitely big of 1, right? That's definitely big of 1 as a lookup operation. Okay. The unordered map at the worst case might end up taking big of n for the lookup operation. Unordered map at the worst case might end up taking big of n at the lookup operation. So you need to be very sure about that. ठीक है, थोड़ा मेहनत कर लो. चलो बढ़िया है, सबने मेहनत करके यूएस लिख दिया. So I'm getting an idea that you have got it. What is the time complexity? So given a lot of artifacts and you are traveling across the entire artifact, but then also the time complexity will be big O of n square. Why? Because even if you travel all the cells, even if this ij is traveling all the cells, I've been assured that no two artifacts will overlap. So at max, you will travel all the cells in an n cross n matrix, not more than that. Not more than that. So thereby the time complexity is n square. Okay? I mean, it means at max the size of the artifact can be this much. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the meaning. Please explain how line 26 works. Here I cannot explain this. If you don't understand this, go and read basics. If you don't understand count plus equal to flag, if flag is true, it will take 1. If flag is false, it will take 0. If you can't understand this, I'm absolutely sorry. I cannot explain this. यार ये क्या मैं समझाऊँ count plus equal to flag यार. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया सबको? बढ़िया बात है. So again, please only attend the streams if your DSA basics are. If you know DSA, don't attend contests if you don't know anything. There is no point. Like if you don't know what is Boolean flag gives you if you do a plus equal to, there is no point in attending contests. At first, go and brush up your basics. Basics सीखो आप. Basics in the sense, मतलब at least ये तो समझ में आपको आना चाहिए ना कि ये what does this line means. If you are asking me what does this line means, then absolutely your basics are not strong. And if your basics are not strong, what is the point of even going and attending a contest, right? Please go and brush up your basics. The problem with today's generation is they see everyone doing contests and they will jump up to do contest. That's not the way. थोड़ा सीख लो, एक बार सीखो फिर कॉन्टेस्ट करो ना. ऐसे कोई मतलब नहीं है. ऐसे आप करोगे तो कोई मतलब नहीं होगा ना. क्या ही मतलब होगा, बस क्वेश्चन पढ़ोगे टाइम वेस्ट होगा. तो थोड़ा सीख लो फिर शुरू करना. ठीक है, चलो ये वाला क्वेश्चन करते हैं. दिस आई विल एक्सप्लेन प्रॉपर्ली बिकॉज दिस इज वेयर द टफर क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट्स. आई विल टेक आईपैड टू एक्सप्लेन. फर्स्ट 2 क्वेश्चंस वेयर दूध भात क्या बोलते बच्चा वाला. अरे आप लोग वो छुपा छुपी खेलते थे ना, तो हम लोग बोलते थे ना बच्चे लोगों को क्या बोलते थे. बच्चे लोगों को क्या बोलते थे. Like we used to say, like in Bengali it was called दूध भात. Not sure what is it called in other languages. हाँ आईपैड उठा लिया, टेंशन मत लेने का, टेंशन नहीं लेने का ब्रो। दूध भात ही बोलते हो क्या? नहीं, दूध भात बोलते थे, बात नहीं भात बोलते थे। काचा नींबू आधी रोटी। कच्चा नींबू आधी रोटी। दिस क्वेश्चन द फादर ऑफ कॉर्नर। कच्चा, अच्छा कच्चा नींबू बोलते हैं तुम लोग हिंदी में? हाँ मतलब कच्चा नींबू था पहले तो क्वेश्चंस। टाइम पास, खीर, अरे एनीवेज लींबू टिम्बू, अच्छा। इन मैथिली वी कॉल इट दूध बात एज वेल। ओके नाइस, कच्चा नींबू, ठीक है ठीक है, ये याद रहेगा मेरे को, कच्चा नींबू। ठीक है, क्वेश्चन क्वेश्चन मैं एक बार ये टेस्ट केस लिख देता हूँ फिर समझाता हूँ। सो ओके ओके ओके। अच्छा, कच्चा बादाम, नहीं नहीं बादाम तो नहीं भाई, वो बादाम नहीं। रानू मंडल और एक आ गया है इंडस्ट्री में, और नहीं चाहिए मेरे को भाई। तो मैं देखने तो ये सही आ रहा है। चलो ब्लैक बोर्ड तो परफेक्ट फिट होता है आज। हाँ ठीक है समझ गया, अरे भाई समझ गया समझ गया, अरे समझ गया, सब अपने अपने लैंग्वेजेस मत बोलो, बस बस माफ करो। समझ गया, चलो शुरू करते हैं, ठीक है। लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन। सो बेसिकली व्हाट डज द क्वेश्चन स्टेट? यू आर गिवन एन array, ठीक है, represents the content of a pile where nums 0 is the topmost. Like whatever will be at the 0th index will be at the topmost. In one move, you can perform either of the following. If the pile is not empty, remove the topmost element. Like what you can do is, if there are elements in your pile, you can remove the topmost element. Okay. If there are one or more removed elements, or the second operation that you can do is, if you have some removed elements, you can add any one of them back to the pile. This element becomes the new topmost element. Okay. You're also given an integer k, which denotes the total number of moves to be made. You are also given an integer k, which denotes the total number of moves to be made. Okay, perfect. Return the maximum value of the topmost element of the pile, possibly after exactly k moves. Okay. In case it is not possible to obtain a non-empty pile after k moves, return -1. Okay. So let's analyze the question. So imagine this is the array given, and you asked to perform 4 moves. So what he does in step 1 is he removes the topmost element 5. The moment he removes the topmost element 5, this is what the array will be left off with, and the removal will contain 5, and the removal will contain 5. Okay. Step 2, what he does is he decides that he removes the topmost element 2. So now the removal elements will be containing 2 as well. In step 3, he decides remove the topmost element 2 again. So he decides that he's going to remove 2 again. There is another 2 that is contained. In step 4, what he decides is, okay, so there is 4 steps. So in step 4, he decides is, this guy which I removed, let's add it back to the top. So I add it back to the top. So after performing 4 steps of removal or adding, like you can perform removal or you can perform adding, that is on your choice. So after performing adding, this is what the array looks like. And which is the topmost element? The topmost element is 5, and that is the maximum. So you just print 5. You could have done in other ways as well. You could have said I will remove 4 in the step 4, then the topmost element would have been 0. Assume you would have removed 4 in the step 4, then the topmost element would have been 0. But the question states, give me the maximum possible value. Try to make it as maximum as possible. Right? So have you understood the question? How many of you guys have understood the question? How many of you guys have understood the question? कितने लोगों को क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया? Have you understood the question? You have to remove, add, remove, add. How will you reach 6, Adarsh? Because k is 4, right? So, and you're just allowed to remove from the starting. So you cannot remove 6. Now 6 is not there in between, right? 6 is not there in between. So you'll not be able to remove, right? So let's take this another one. So nums is given as 2. Nums is given as 2. And k is given as 1. Okay, nums is given as 2. K is given as 1. So in one step, I don't have anything to be added. So I can just remove it. So once I remove it in one step, the array will be empty. If the array is empty, then right at the end of the day, you don't have any topmost element. Thereby, it will be -1, right? There will be -1. We need to understand that you can only remove the first element. You can't be like, if there are 4 steps, remove 6. This is not allowed. You need to understand this. Please read the line. Please read the line. You're only allowed to remove the topmost element. So you cannot remove any element in between. You have to remove from the starting. You have to remove from the starting, right? You have to remove from the starting. That's for sure. As something which is for sure. जिन लोगों को क्वेश्चन थोड़ा समझ में नहीं आया, एक बार वापस जाओ या फिर क्वेश्चन को, स्ट्रीम को पॉज करो, read the question yourself, get a knack of the question, and then get back and start the question. ठीक है? Okay, can I get an UQ? Please everyone थोड़ा सा एक्टिव हो जाओ. ये तो 2-3 लोग डाउट पूछते, तो मुझे लगता है किसी को नहीं समझ में. थोड़ा एक्टिव हो जाओ. थोड़ा सा just be active and tell me if you've understood this. Just be active and tell me if you have understood the question, everyone. Please. That'll be very great. Okay, perfect. Looks like most of you have understood the question, so I'll take it. Okay, so since most of you have understood the question, I'll just go back to the board. I'll go back to the board, and over here what I'll do is I'll open this particular question only. क्योंकि एक सेकंड, कहाँ गया क्वेश्चन मैं एक बार खोल लेता हूँ, नहीं तो फिर मेरे को ये हो जाएगा. Okay, we have this question. So there will be a lot of cases. Now, till now, you know, one thing is, you are removing the topmost element. Okay? You are removing the topmost element, and you're adding something from the removed elements. Adding something from the removed elements. That is what we are doing. Okay? So if you're removing the topmost element and you're adding something from the removed elements, and I'm saying you this is the length of the array, which is n. Okay, and if k is 0, let's first slowly try to think. If k is 0, I know the answer will be a of 0. Do you know that the answer will be a of 0 if there exists an element? If there exists an element, the answer will be a of 0. This is something which I know. The answer will be a of 0 if there exists an element, and if there does not exist, the answer will be -1. Because if I'm saying 0 steps to remove, so obviously the first guy will be the answer for sure. Now let's analyze what if k is 1. Slowly. This is the way you solve these kind of problems. Try to increase the value slowly and try to analyze. Okay, so we got k equal to 1. Yes, we got k equal to 1. Now if k is equal to 1, what can I do? Let's ask myself. It means one removal is for sure. I have to remove, and I have to perform the removal step. So if I remove the 0th element, who will be the answer? The answer will be no other than a of 1. Do you agree? The answer will be none other than a of 1. Does everyone agrees? The answer a of 1 ko chhod ke koi nahi ho. So I know the answer will be a of 1 if it exists, or the answer will be -1. Again, similarly, if k is equal to 1, I remove the first element, which is the 0th index, and the first index guy will be the answer if it exists. Otherwise, it will be -1. Perfect. Now, a quick question. What if I say k goes bigger than that? Imagine I take something like an array of size 6 in this example and k equal to 4. What will I try to do? What will be my intention? My intention will be, let's pick up the 3 elements. Let's pick up the 3 elements. That's my sole intention. Because if I've been given 4 steps, assume in an array of length 6, I repeat, in an array of length 6, if I've given 4 elements, my intention will be to remove 3 elements. Remember this. Remove 3 elements. And next step will be add the max of those 3 elements. So this will be step 1, 2 and 3, and this will be step 4. Add the max of those 3 elements back at top. So this will be the answer. And if you get back to the first example, yes, if you get back to the first example, let me just write the first example. 5, 2, 2, 4, 0, 6. And what you are given is k equal to 4. So what I did was, I basically took these guys out. 5, 2, 2. So that made it 3 steps. 1 step remaining. I took the maximum of this guy and I added back. So right at the top, I have the maximum of k minus 1 elements. Right at the top, I have a maximum of k minus 1 elements. So is this clear till now? Is this clear till now? Is this clear till now? We will have some other cases as well. We will decide. But have you got an idea what I'll try to do? I'll try to remove as much as possible. Because more the elements I remove, the more I will get, right? Got it? Is that clear? Yes, extra step will be used to get back our max. That's a very simple thing. The extra step will be used to get back our max, right? Now, what if I say that, hey, listen, Striver, hey, just wait, Striver, wait. That's one of the ways. But Striver, can we do something else? I'm like, what? Striver, what if I will give you an array like this, 5, 2, 2, 0, 10, 6, and I give you k equal to 4. So what way are you doing? You're like, okay, Striver, k equal to 4. So you said remove 3, take the max and put it back. But I'll say, nah. Let's do one thing. Remove all of them. Remove 4 elements. Remove. Now can I say this guy can also become the max? This guy can also become the max. It can. In this it can. So I also have a case which covers this, where I say that probably I can remove 4 elements. So can I say this is only valid? Can I say this is only valid if after removing 4 elements there is still someone left? Can I say this is only valid if after removing 4 elements there is still someone left? Do you agree? Can I say this is only valid if after removing 4 elements there is still someone as max? आ गया समझ में सबको? Clear to everyone? Clear to everyone? If there is still one element, right? So can I say at least there should be one step left? So what I can say is there should be one element left. So k should be lesser than n. So if k is lesser than n, then I can take max of all k elements. And that will be my answer. If it is not, if k is not lesser than n, then max of all k minus 1 elements. If k is equal to n, then I cannot have, so max of all k minus 1 elements. So if k is equal to less than n, then I can take max of all k elements, otherwise max of all k minus 1 elements, right? So that is something which I have understood. Do I have other edge cases? What if k goes beyond n? What if k goes beyond n? What will you do? Can you tell me what will you do if k goes beyond n? Anyone? काफी सारे cases हैं. लिखते टाइम बहुत छोटा हो जाएगा. But what if k goes beyond n? Can you tell me? What if something you have like k equal to 6 and n is equal to 4? There are four elements. There are four elements and k is equal to 6. So what will happen if you have k equal to 6? How will you deal with it? Can you tell me? How will you deal with it? कैसे करोगे काम? कैसे करोगे काम? प्रभु का नाम. बताओ 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 फटाफट बताओ. So this is very simple. Very simple. Listen what you'll do. Listen. क्या करना है तुम्हें? तुम्हें कुछ नहीं करना है. तुम्हें क्या करना है कि सुनो. तुम बोलोगे भाई जितने n स्टेप्स है सारे हटा देता हूं. मैं बोलूंगा ठीक है हटा दे. तो मेरे पास 4 एलिमेंट रुक जाएंगे और 2 स्टेप बच जाएंगे, या फिर लेट्स से x स्टेप बच गए. मैंने बोला x स्टेप बच गए, चलो x स्टेप बच गए. x steps remaining. This is the case when k is greater than n. X steps remaining. So I'll be like, in those x steps, what I'll do is, I will not touch the max. I'll not touch the max. एक को उठाऊंगा, डालूंगा, निकालूंगा, डालूंगा, निकालूंगा, put it, take back, put, take back, put, take back. And जब एक स्टेप बचा होगा तो मैक्स को डाल दूंगा. Got it? I will waste x minus 1 steps by performing put in, put out. I will waste x minus 1 steps by putting in, out, and at the last step I'll just take the max and I'll put it back. Got it? I'll waste x minus 1 steps. Up, down, up, down, up, down. At the last step I'll just put the max across. So did you understand? I just waste x minus 1 steps. Doesn't matter, because what matters to me is what is there on the top. I'll just waste x minus 1 steps. So can I say, if k is greater than n, waste k minus 1 steps. Last step, just add back. Last step, add back the max element. That's it. Understood? Understood? How will you approach this? I'll just start and I'll done. Has everyone understood this? I hope. Mostly, I think everyone would have understood till now. So it's basically the answer is the max of the array. If it goes beyond n. If it goes beyond n, the answer is max of the array. The answer is max of the array. Okay, so there's only one thing left which we did not discuss. N is equal to 1. There's only one step that I did not discuss, that is n equal to 1. So what will we do on n equal to 1? Very simple. If I've been given one element and k is 3, first step I'll take out. Next step I'll put in. Next step I'll take out. So it will be an empty array. It will be an empty array. So can I say, if n is equal to 1 and k is odd, then the answer will be an empty array. But if k is even, then I will get the answer as a of 0. Why? Because if it was 4, I would have taken, put back, taken, put back, taken, put back. So on even, it would have been put back. On even, it would have been put back. So I can say this is another step. So I can just combine all these steps and write. Have you understood this, guys? Have you understood this? Right? Perfect. All the cases have been covered. Tough part is to code this, isn't it? कोई डाउट है तो फटाफट पूछ लो. If there is any doubt, yeah, so many edge cases, but once I code it, it won't be that tough. केसेस का खिलाना मतलब सिर्फ केसेस अगर तुम समझ जाओ तो आराम से हो जाएगा, बट ठीक है। आई कैन से n इक्वल टू मतलब आई डिड सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम बिफोर कमिंग इन द स्ट्रीम। लाइक हाँ ये करो वो करो ये करो, दिमाग का दही हो गया था, बट ठीक है। सो आई नो इफ k is 0, that's the first step that we discussed. If k is 0, I definitely know what will be the answer. If somewhere this n is greater than equal to 1, then the answer is definitely going to be the first cap. Like if the array is not empty. Otherwise, the answer is definitely going to be -1. If no steps. If no steps, this is going to be the answer, right? Or the other thing that we discussed. We discussed what if k is given as 1. If k is given as 1, we definitely remove the first cap. So n has to be greater than equal to 2. Otherwise, there would be no other option. If it is greater than equal to 2, remember this, if it is greater than equal to 2, so if you are removing someone, then the answer will be definitely nums of 1, right? Else, the answer will be -1, because if it is not greater than equal to 2, then you would have removed and the array would have been empty. Okay, done. So k is equal to done. I discussed one more step where we said, what if n is equal to 1? We said, Striver, if k is odd, then you will return -1. Else, Striver, go ahead and return the answer as the first guy, because you can easily put back that guy. Agreed? Now, what is the next answer that we said? We said, okay, if k is greater than n, then you can probably say the answer is, or you can say that, okay, I'm going to do something. Maximum of all elements. So, first of all, take the max of k minus 1 elements. That's something which you'll do. Take the max of k minus 1 elements. So I can say max e equal to 0 for I and I equal to 0, I lesser than n, k minus 1, k minus 1 le lo. Let's take all the k minus 1 elements. Max e equal to max of max e comma nums of I. So I've taken all of these. Now I know if I'll only remove k elements if there is still someone left. I'll only remove k elements if there is still someone left. So max e equal to max of max e comma nums of k. Let's remove the last element. Okay, perfect. So this will make sure I get the maximum. Yes, this will make sure I get the maximum. And by the way, instead of k minus 1, probably you can say minimum of n. What if it exceeds? What if the k is very huge? Then you end up taking the entire array. And I think this will be the answer. We should cover all the cases. I should cover all the cases. In step 2, we can take max of runtime compilation error. एक second. In step 2, we can take max of remove element, topmost of removing. जरूरत नहीं है, मतलब कुछ भी कर सकते हो, मतलब that's your choice. See, everyone will have different ways of doing. I just did it my way. You can do it your way as well. Everyone will have his or her way of doing. That's it. Okay, perfect. So we have done. Oh, अच्छा मैंने सीधा सबमिट मार दिया क्या? चल गया. Have you understood? Have you understood? मास्टर फास्ट है, मेरे स्ट्रीम मत देखो भाई. निकिता स्काई भाई, ये फेक अकाउंट है क्या? सही में है तो कॉपी पेस्ट करके इसको गूगल में सर्च. कोड फोर्सेस. ओ भाई, you're watching my stream. Is that the real account? Nice. Ukraine. अरे भाई Ukraine. Man, I hope you're doing well. Like if you're real on real, then where are you situated as of now, and is everything okay? Just in case you are situated in somewhere around Ukraine, please be safe. If in case you are real, that's what I'll say, because I'm not sure if you're real or not. So cool. Ukraine. Complexity is definitely big of n at the worst case. The complexity is definitely big of n at the worst case. तो भाई वॉर्सो कैसे जाए? वॉर चल रहा है. वॉर में कैसे जा सकता हूँ? क्यों चाहते हो मैं जाके वॉर में अपनी जिंदगी? फिर मोदी जी को प्लेन भेजना होगा. लाइक मिस्टर मोदी हैज टू सेंड प्लेन टू इवैक्यूएट. इट्स बेटर ना स्टे एट होम. Okay, he also has a YouTube channel. Perfect, perfect. So give me an US. See, it's not about rating, Nikita. It's not about rating. It's Nick. What's your name, by the way? I forgot. Yeah, whatever it is. Nika, sorry, Nika. And Nika, it's not about ratings. Just keep on giving contests, because if you give on contests, you'll get better. You are better, but you'll get more and more better. That's it. N greater than equal to. So basically, if n is great, like if you're asked to remove one element, it is one step. So you remove one. So apparently, if the array is of length 2, then the next guy will be the topmost of the pile. Otherwise, the array will become empty, right? Explain 24 to 28 again. It's basically getting the first k minus 1 elements maximum, the step that I told you. And if there is someone still left, because see, if I'm giving you n equal to 4, then there is no point in removing all the 4, and k equal to 4. So there is no point in removing all the 4 elements, because if you remove all the 4 elements, the array will be empty and you'll get the answer as -1. So you only consider k, removing k elements if k is lesser than n. So that imagine n was 5, so that there is still someone left after removing. Only then you'll consider nums of k. Otherwise, you'll just take k minus 1 elements. You'll not remove it. Got it? How to get the premium subscription? There's a stuff written in the description. You can check that out. The stuff written in the description. You can check it out. There's a link. Just go and register on the coding contest. If you are under ranked 1000 in that contest, I'll give away probably three. Is it three? Yeah, three lucky winners will get a Leetcode Premium Subscription. Perfect. Did I get an US from everyone? I did not get an US from everyone till now. Come on, guys. I explained all the test cases with so depth. Please give me an US at least, please. If you've understood everyone, please be active on chat. Please be active on chat and give me an US. And please let's take the stream to 500 likes. Just ramming across 288. Let's take it to 500 likes. Come on. Let's take it to 500 likes. Come on, guys. Take it to 500. Perfect. Looks like everyone has understood. Amazing. Amazing. Big of n is the complexity. Big of n is the complexity, guys. Line 28. As I said, is the case for k minus 1. It's the case for k minus 1. K minus 1. Yeah, Rajesh. If k is equal to 4, then when you will not perform, right? Take some cases, do it yourself. Take some cases of n equal to k, and you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next question. Some people did not understand. Go back and watch it again. Take some cases on pen and paper. You'll understand by yourself. That is a Leetcode hard. K greater than n, then you take the maximum of everyone. I've explained that. Shiva, I've explained that. If k is greater than 1, then you get the maximum of everyone, because you'll remove everyone, and then in all the remaining steps you will just waste by taking out, taking in, taking out, taking in. The last step will just put back the max. अरे यार स्टूडेंट okay यार donate मत कर. If you're a working professional, I'm happy that if you donate, that's okay. But if you're a student, avoid donating. लीड कोड पे 400 मीडियम किया और हार्ड 50 भैया CF स्टार्ट किया है, 1300 1400 बन जाते हैं. करते रहो ना कॉन्टेस्ट करते रहो, जितना नया सवाल हो करते रहो. रुकना क्यों है? आई एम वेरी ऑफेंडेड व्हेन पीपल से इज दिस एनफ. Nothing is enough. In today's generation, nothing is enough. Every day your focus should be, how will I get better? No number of questions, no number of contests, no rating is enough. You might be a candidate master, you might be a master, but if your day is bad, or there might be a question you're not able to solve, so nothing is enough. Trust me, you can be a master at code forces, and I've seen master at code forces even not able to solve a lot of times. So just keep on doing, guys. Just don't stop. Read this question. It's a very standard question. It's a very standard question. Like if you've done questions on like competitive programming, this is a very standard question on competitive programming platforms, where they basically try to figure out, given a lot of sources and destination, we try to figure something out on that aspect. And whenever you see shortest distance coming across on a graph, on a weighted graph, the first thing that comes to your brain is definitely Dijkstra's algorithm. It's definitely Dijkstra's algorithm. Yeah, Sarup, I'll check that out. No need to spam. No need to spam. I'll check that out. Read the question, give me a UQ if you've understood this. Okay? Read the question and give me a UQ if you've understood this on a very, very short notice, please. सागे की किचन छपरी, अरे भाई कितना टाइम है भाई तेरे पास? पता है मेरे को ना बहुत तरस आता है. लाइक आई फील वेरी पिटी फॉर देम हु कम अक्रॉस इन द चैट and waste their so much of valuable time. Just imagine someone is taking an effort to create a fake account, and he comes across a chat and puts some shitty comments. Dude, I'm earning, I'm working where I wanted to work, so your comment will not do anything. तुम कहीं छोटा सा घर में बैठ के सब बकचोदी कर रहे हो तो it's your loss. Understand that, and as soon as you understand, it will be better for you. Come out of that immature age. That's what I'll say. Stop behaving like a 16-year or 14-year-old kid. Try to be mature, right? You're in college. So instead of making fake accounts and commenting, invest that time in something fruitful. That will be better for you. Got it? Okay, Nick, you would have solved this question, so there's no point in watching. Like, why are you watching the stream? That's my question to Nika, right? Why are you watching the stream? You're an international master, and probably this question is nothing for you, right? No, I don't teach anywhere. I don't teach anywhere. Nor am I going to teach anywhere. Yeah, multi-source. So firstly, if you don't know Dijkstra's algorithm, I have a video on this particular channel only. So go back and watch Dijkstra's algorithm. And after that, you can rewatch the stream. But if you don't know Dijkstra, avoid watching it. Okay. So let's understand the question. So the question basically states is you will be given a graph. Okay, you'll be given a graph. So if you're given this graph, there'll be a couple of sources. Source 1 and source 2, right? There'll be a couple of sources given to you. Like over here, they're given a couple of sources. The source was 0 and the source was 1. So they've given a couple of sources. Okay. Now what they're asking you is they'll also give you a destination. Probably the destination over here was 5. Destination guy. Was the destination given? Destination is 5. Okay, so the couple of sources are 0 and 1, and the destination is 5. And the destination is 5. Okay. So what I need is, I'm asking if I have something like a 0, something like a 1, and I need to reach 5. So if the question stated just a single source to a destination, the answer would have been very plain and simple, Dijkstra's. The answer would have been Very plain and simple, and it would have been Dijkstra algorithm. Okay. But now the question has been changed. The question states, tell me the minimal, yes, tell me the minimal by which the source 1 and source 2 can reach the destination. By which the source 1 and the source 2 can reach the destination. So I know one thing for sure. This source 1 is going to take a path to D. I know the source 2 will take a path to the destination. So logically, like, what will your common sense say? If two guys, like, just imagine a day-to-day scenario. If two guys are starting and they want to reach a destination, there will be some portion, or there might not be. There might be two different unique paths. What different kind of things does your brain say you? Your brain says that, okay, what can be the stuffs that generally happen? So if I talk about day-to-day stuffs on your daily life, if two people are starting and imagine I want to reach somewhat like a destination as Himalayas or Jammu and Kashmir for that reason. एक सेकंड, क्या हो गया? एक सेकंड, हाँ ठीक है. So imagine I want to reach Himalayas. Okay, and just imagine someone is coming from Delhi or Rajasthan, let's say. That's a state in India. And he takes a road and he reaches Himalayas. And there is someone who's coming from West Bengal. He takes a road and he reaches Himalayas, right? So both of them took two different paths, and both of them have reached the destination Himalayas. Took two different paths, and this is D1, this is D2, so there was nothing in common. And other generic thing that will come to my brain is, what if someone started from Delhi? What if someone started from let's say not, probably say some X city and Y city, I don't, and he wants to reach the destination. The other thing that might happen is, they will come to a common city and then they'll take the common path, right? That is what will happen. They will come to a common city and then they'll take the path. There will be a portion of common path, right? There might not be, but I'm very much sure there might be, like, this might be equal to 0, or this might be greater than 0. This path can be anything. That is perfect, right? So can I say this? That this is the path that I'll take, and this will be distance 1, which will be the common source, which will be the common point, which is D1. And can I say this will again be somewhere D2, and then there will be a distance D3, and the answer will be D1 plus D2 plus D3. Can I say this? If I follow, what happened? Oh, just a minute. Oh, the screen was stuck. Is the screen stuck or what? Oh, my bad. Really sorry. But have you understood? Yeah, please clear the screen. I forgot. Anyways, I'll tell again. So imagine I start from source 1. I start from a source 2. Okay. And there is a common, like, if I'm wanting to reach this destination, either I'll take this path and I'll reach. Or what generally happens is, you go to a common point, and then from that common point you take a destination. So this will take a distance 1, this will take a distance 2, and this will take a distance 3. So I can say the total distance covered will be D1 plus D2 plus D3. Can I say this? Or I can say this D3 can be 0. This D3 can be equal to 0. That is okay. That's okay. But the thing that I will try to look for is, a common point, such that this distance plus this distance plus this distance goes across, and this is the minimal. Try to minimize this. Can I say try to minimize this? Right? I hope you got the intuition. I'll try to minimize, right? So, okay, fine. How do you solve this? Because you don't know what is the common point. What is the common point? You don't know. And there's a lot of cities from 1 to n. So what you do is, there's a lot of cities from 1 to n, right? You don't know what is the common point. So what I will say is, hey, listen. You know what is source one? You know what is source one? Apply Dijkstra on source one. Again, I'm assuming you know Dijkstra. I'm assuming you know Dijkstra. Okay. So I will apply Dijkstra on source one. So when I apply Dijkstra on source one, it will create a distance one array, which will have the shortest distance. Like if you know Dijkstra, it will have the shortest distance from source one to all cities. Can I say this? The distance one will have the shortest distance from the source one to all cities if you apply Dijkstra on source one, right? Similarly, if I apply Dijkstra on source two, apply Dijkstra again, then you'll create a distance 2 array, which will have the shortest distance from source 2 to all cities. But this will give you for every city from 1 to n, all the distance from source. You'll get all the distance from this and this, all the distance you'll get. But how do you figure out this distance? Can I say I'll do the opposite? Can I say I'll do the opposite and I'll say, let's do the opposite. Assume, I'll reverse the graph, because as of now, I knew the starting point. So I could actually compute everyone and I'll get the common city. I'll get this distance. I'll also get this distance. But if I don't know this, how will I get this distance d3? Can I just change the graph to opposite and I'll say, I'll consider this as the starting point and I'll reverse the graph. I'll reverse the graph and I'll apply Dijkstra. I'll do a reversification of the graph and I'll apply Dijkstra. And once I apply Dijkstra, again I'll get the shortest distance from destination to all the cities. So what I'll say is, hey, listen, reverse the graph. Reverse the graph and apply Dijkstra. Reverse the graph and apply Dijkstra. And take the destination and apply Dijkstra. Get distance 3. Get distance 3, right? And this distance will contain the shortest distance from destination to all cities, right? So now, you know, if there are 5 cities, for an example, if there are 5 cities, and assume the example that we gave was source 1 equal to 0, source 2 equal to 1, and destination was 5. So what you do is, you know you have a distance 1, you know you have a distance 2, you know you have a distance 3. So what you'll do is you'll say, okay, let's take city 1, assume this to be the common point. Assume this to be the common point. So from source 1 to city 1, what is the distance? Get across. From source 2, like, sorry, my bad. From source 1, which is 0, get the common distance, d1. From source 1, get d2. From destination, get d3. And you get the d1 plus d2 plus d3, the first set. Okay, upgrade the city. Instead of 1, let's consider 2. Again, get the new d1, new d2, new d3. Upgrade it, consider 3. Get the new d1, new d2, d3. Upgrade it to 4. Get new d1, new d2, new d3. Upgrade it to 5. Get d1, d2, d3. Upgrade it to 6. Among all the cities, assuming every city to be the common point, assume all city to be the common point and take the common point that gives minimal distance. US, if you understood this. I'll not code it, I'll just walk you through the code. But now I don't have energy and stamina to write the entire code. So US, I'll just walk you through one of the codes in the discussion forum. That's it. Tell me yes if you've got it. Tell me yes if you've got it. Yes if you've got it. Come on, guys. Give me yes. Super quick yes. Super quick yes. US, please. Perfect, 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 perfect. For anyone who does not know Dijkstra, दिमाग के ऊपर से जाएगा. So I'll recommend you to go back and watch Dijkstra, and then it's very simple. It's just common constructive algorithm that we have. We have done it. Okay, it's just common constructive algorithm that we have done. So I'll just pick up one of the stuffs from the. I'll pick up this guy's stuff. No, इसका pick करें. इसी का pick कर लेते. बोलने दो एक तो. इसी पे एक का pick कर लेते. क्या ही फर्क. एक सेकंड. Okay, let's pick up anyone's code and explain. Okay, let's pick IJL's code. I absolutely love his code. Let's pick up this code and I'll explain because I'm not interested in coding anymore. Okay, bol bhai. Yes, bol bhai. Double nahi hoga na because common hai. Okay, let's look at this guy's code. It's a very straightforward code. So if I show you the code, what he has done is he created couple of graphs. Why? Because one will be the straight graph, the other one the reverse, in order to find for the destination. Okay. Next, what they did was distance 1, distance 2, distance 3. Common Dijkstra. So he created 3 stuff, and this is the Dijkstra function that he has written. Again, you can find this from my YouTube video. I've explained this. This is the entire Dijkstra function that he has written. Okay? This is the Dijkstra function that he has written. If you carefully see, proper Dijkstra. Now what he did was, he said this is the first source, source A, second source, and destination. And he passed graph G, and the reversal graph. And this is the first DA distance 1, distance 2, and distance 3 array. So he called the Dijkstra 3 times. And this was the Dijkstra which figured out the distance array, which got the distance array completely. So once he called the Dijkstra 3 times, all the distance arrays, the D1, the D2, the D3 were computed. Then what he did was he went through all the cities and he took the minimal of this guys. And why he did this? Just in case if the common point is unreachable. If the common point is unreachable by any means, it cannot be a common point. So if it is unreachable by any of the points, you cannot use that. So he did a continue. Apart from that, he took a minimum of everything. If it is long max still, you cannot reach the destination, else this is the answer. Got it? Very simple. This is the key. Have 3 Dijkstra and that's it. This much is the code. And the third Dijkstra is on the reverse graph. Because you have to take from you have to consider destination as the source and you have to find for the common point. So it's the reverse graph. UQ, if you understood the code. Very simple code. If you've understood the code, just give me a UQ. If you've understood the code, just give me a UQ. Just give me a UQ if you've understood it. खो गए हम कहाँ तेरे मेरे रास्तों में. Has everyone understood? Let's take it to 500 likes. Come on, guys. You guys told me to stream. पहले के stream पे तो 20,000 views है. अभी तो तुम लोग views ही नहीं देते हो. Very bad. It's very bad. Everyone understood now what to do? Just go across and watch Dijkstra, and it's just 3 Dijkstras. Call that in. It's just 3 Dijkstras. Call that in. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. Cool. Everyone understood it. I hope everyone understood it, and you had a good time. We are around 1 hour 15 minutes. So guys, in the description there's a link for the contest. So go across and register for that contest. Around the top 2,000 people will get Amazon gift vouchers, and there'll be 2,000 random people who will also get Amazon gift vouchers. as well as for the top performers, you will get a lot of cash prizes, airpods, a lot of other things. And yes, if you are among the top 1,000 rank, then 3 people who registered via my link will be getting a Leetcode subscription for free. Okay, cool. That's DP strings. Yeah, DP strings. I'll show you here. Here's the DP string video which I was editing right before the stream. Here's it. I still have some minutes to edit. I'll have to edit this portion and then I'll upload it. So it's the DP. बहुत काम करना पड़ता है यार. अभी संडे की रात 1 घंटा स्ट्रीम लेने के लिए 1 घंटा पढ़ना भी पड़ता है ब्रो. ऐसे थोड़ी आके स्ट्रीम लेते हैं संडे में. Almost if you have to stream, the stream is around 1 hour 15 minutes to ready all the setup, 1 hour to like almost it takes 3 hours for a stream, which actually exhausts you a lot. So that's it. That's why आ जाएगा डीपी के वीडियोस. इसके बाद भी रिकॉर्ड करूंगा. चलो चलो, bye guys, good night, take care, and please make sure you have at least 1,000 likes on the stream. That will make me feel good. So yeah, with this, let's wrap up the stream, guys. Bye bye. Let's meet in the next one. Till then, take care.